A 2023 Dogman encounter from Taylor, Mississippi. Sarah, a 34-year-old woman and nature photographer, had just returned to Taylor to stay with her parents for a few months after a breakup. One of her favorite evening routines was walking the old trail behind the property, which cut through a lightly wooded patch bordering a dense forest near a dry creek bed. She would often walk this trail with her dog, but this time she went alone. She brought her camera and flashlight and left around 6:40 p.m., intending to capture some dusk shots. About 15 minutes into her walk, Sarah began feeling uneasy. She later described the sensation as that thick kind of silence, like when you know something's watching but you can't explain why. She stopped to take a photo of the trail and suddenly noticed crunching leaves behind her, deliberate footsteps, not a squirrel or deer. She turned her flashlight toward the sound and saw nothing. She continued walking. Roughly 5 minutes later, she heard it again, but this time closer and directly to her left. When she turned the flashlight, she caught a brief glimpse of something ducking behind a tree about 20 feet away. She thought it might be a person, but she was miles from the nearest home and hadn't passed another hiker. Then she heard it, this deep, guttural growl, like a wolf, but thicker. It vibrated my chest. It wasn't a dog, and it wasn't a bear. She turned and ran, sprinting the rest of the trail until she hit the clearing behind her parents' home. But it wasn't over. Back inside the house, she sat by the kitchen window, trying to calm down. Jessie, the family dog, was pacing and whining near the door. Then, around 7:15 p.m., just as the last light faded, Sarah looked out and saw it. At the tree line, no more than 50 feet from the house, was a dark, upright figure. It was massive, tall and thin but muscular. Jet black fur, a dog's head on a man's body. It just stood there, staring at the house. She scrambled to grab her phone but dropped it. When she looked back up, it was gone. Sarah called 911, shaking and nearly in tears. She reported a large animal, possibly rabid, stalking her and now watching the house. The sheriff's office sent a deputy to do a welfare check. He arrived around 8 p.m. and found large, deep tracks in the mud leading along the tree line, but no sign of the animal. The deputy reportedly told her, "We get weird animal reports in this area sometimes. Just don't go walking alone out there anymore." No official report was filed, but Sarah documented her experience in writing the same night. She later sent it, along with a voicemail from the deputy and photographs of the prints, to a local Mississippi cryptid researcher. Sarah refused to walk that trail again after that day. If you enjoyed the retelling of this encounter story, please support my page by liking and following. And if you've ever had an experience with a cryptid, I encourage you to share your story in the comments to spread awareness. Thank you for your time, and we'll see you next time here at Modern Encounters.